that come creeping up on Craig. And I think you're going to be playing for first in a couple of weeks. So I take you over Gary, probably like 30 points or so. My little kickstand Nuno over at Craig. You're in trouble. It took me 2 weeks to figure out what that meant. You're in trouble. You're in trouble. And there's been a lot of teams that have been in trouble when they played him. And Craig is, besides those 2 losses, kid's playing dominant. I don't see Nuno beating him. I gotta take Craig over him. Nuno's team. He's got so many injuries, man. Like, which I still don't understand why you haven't. Nuno, if you're listening, you gotta start looking at your team, man. You know what I mean? I know you know what you're doing, but with Beanie Wells, you've got a lot of injuries, and people are just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? You gotta.
Well, Beanie Wells comes back next week, so that should.
I know, but he's been there. Who's the other one? He's had I can't even.
Ray Rice has been injured. He's had a couple injuries.
No, but he's had some guys that haven't been playing. You got to make moves. And another thing. So I'm gonna take Craig over Nuno, probably like 15, 20 points. What was I gonna say? I already forgot what I was gonna say. But what do you see up on my side? We got me and Kenny. Huge matchup. This is the big division game. The winner. Now Kenny's already in second. If I beat him, I go into second. 2-1 in the division. If Kenny loses, he drops back. If he wins, he stays in first. Hopefully one of us can gain a game on Steve, who's playing Lucky Charms. And what do you see going on there? You think Lucky Charms is going to give Steve that first loss?
Well, anything can happen in the NFL or in fantasy, but I honestly see Nuno beating Craig. I'm sorry, Craig. It goes to show you what happens on live television. I see Nuno beating Steve. Absolutely not. I think Steve is going to roll to 7-0.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I see him beating Nuno.
It's not good for us.
No, it's not good at all. So, Lucky Charms, man, you ain't so lucky.
What do you see? You see him getting demolished? Or close
No,
game?
I see it being a close game. But I think no Sean Marino. First game back, I believe he's gonna run all over Oakland. Now, you and the Bucks, on the other hand, I can't pick a one of this. I honestly look at it, and I look at Kenny's injury to Austin Collie, big blow.
But I look, big blow this week.
But I look at.
Nobody on a bye.
I look at it being very close. You have a lot of players missing for your bye week.
I don't stand a chance.
I think it's going to be a very close game that may be won by 2 or 3 points.
Mm-hmm.
What's killing Kenny is Kenny loses his biggest weapon. Reggie Wayne will not be there this week.
I lose
It's
all
a
my
bye
big
week.
weapons.
This is true.
Schaub, Andre,
But you broke.
Foster, number one running back in fantasy, NFL. I like to say that I didn't draft him. I made a late night pickup, and that was the sleeper of the year. Thank you very much. That's why I have 1, no, 2, no, 3 back-to-back championships. Okay, doesn't look like number 4 is coming. But never say never, because last year I didn't have a chance against Craig at the end. Same situation. Guys hurt, everybody out, made pickups. Guys I don't even think are in the league anymore. And I came back to win. So you're always in there.
Here's the deal breaker for me.
But if I don't mean to cut you off. Hold on. If I lose to Kenny, win or lose. If I win, you guys are in trouble. If I lose a close game, you guys are in trouble, because if I can compete with his team, with guys, seriously, 85% of my roster is gone. If I can compete with my guys gone, then when my guys back, it'll prove to me, all right, I do got a dominant team.
Here's the deal. I see you beating Kenny by a very small margin.
I don't agree.
It all depends for me on Phillip Rivers. Can Phillip Rivers have a breakout game with Patrick Creighton and who's the other guy? Buster Douglas? No, not Buster Douglas. The guy who beat Tyson. No, Buster Davis. And I mind you, who is Buster Davis? I have no idea who the fuck Buster Davis is.
Who?
Exactly.
Hold on, let me Wikipedia that. No, they don't even acknowledge him.
Buster. That's what Buster's going to be, a buster. And for all you people who don't understand what that means, look up your 1990s black person talk. You'll understand. Now, outside
Hold on a minute. Buster Douglas. See, it's like, you know how I lost these, you know how I lost these 4 games?
Yeah.
Just like Douglas when he knocked out Tyson. Bullshit. Bullshit. Because what happened? Buster disappeared. Tyson still the man. Just like me. You guys are losers. They're losers. Tell them they're all losers. I'm the champ.
Anyways. We will agree to disagree. Enough about fantasy. Let's talk reality. Reality. Who's the biggest disappointment for you this season in the NFL?
You.
No, in the NFL, real time, not fantasy. Name an NFL team to you that has been the biggest disappointment.
Oh, I thought you team.
No, the entire team.
Okay, player, Marcus Colston. Hold on, ladies and
I said
gentlemen.
an entire team.
I just wanted to throw that out there. My wife's calling me.
Game break.
I want you guys to know this is what we do when the wife calls. See that, baby? You'll probably see that later. I'm sorry. Mike, don't make
All right,
that.
let's get back.
I see Marcus Colston. I want to throw that in there.
Okay.
Biggest disappointment?
Okay. This is not fantasy. Talk about an NFL team. What NFL
telling
team
you.
is the biggest disappointment? A whole team.
I have to get Marcus Colston out there, though. He's pissing me off, guys. But as a team, it's a close tie. But I'm going to give the nod to the old, slow, broken down, penis showing, girl grabbing, skirt watching, lawn mower whore, Brett Favre went to Minnesota Vikings. That's the biggest disappointment. That's my pick.
Wow.
Oh, and coming in a close second, just to give them a shot, the Carolina Panthers.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed.
I'm walking the wrong way with the camera.
You should be ashamed. You know what? You should. Security, can you get them off the set? That's embarrassing.
Listen, in my mind, the biggest disappointment this season, yes, Carolina is a disappointment. But the Dallas Cowboys. Dallas. Come on now. How are you guys?
I forgot about the Cowboys.
1-5.
No.
I'm sorry, 1-4.
1-4.
1-4. My math is wrong.
No, your math is early. No, your math is early because they will be 1-5 on Monday night against the Giants.
Okay, Dallas. All this weapon, all this talk. Jerry Jones running his mouth. We're gonna have a Super Bowl in our stadium. You guys have done nothing.
Don't you hate that guy?
Let me tell you something about Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones
That's why
needs to learn how to let his team be managed by a general manager.
That's why Michael Irvin was a cokehead. Yes, Jerry Jones. That's the reason there were so many drug addicts on that team was because Jerry Jones is like that fucking wife that don't go away. You know, that wife that just gotta pull you down. Wait a minute. I think I know a wife like that. What's that bitch's name? Never mind. That'll be for another day. Go ahead, Mike.
Anyways, on that note, Dallas and Jerry Jones.
Yeah, I'm okay.
Why? Explain to me why. You're sitting at the draft. You know Tony Romo's mentality. Why would you, in my mind, go and pick up Dez Bryant? Don't get me wrong, Dez Bryant is talented. Dez Bryant can do a lot of things for you offensively. But there's one thing he doesn't do. He doesn't protect Tony Romo. You let Ayufati go by. You could have picked up Brian Bulaga. You could have done something for your offensive line. But no, Jerry Jones wants flash and flair, so he picked up Dez Bryant. And Tony Romo is running for his life every single game. You want to talk about why they've lost?
What has he done this year?
Roy Williams, he's not the problem. He's catching the ball.
Surprisingly.
Surprisingly, yes. He's catching the ball. Miles Austin, he's catching the ball.
No! Miles Austin, that's a big drop from last... Wait a minute. Who discovered Miles Austin last year? Oh, that's right.